Hello and welcome to this week's episode. I'm starting to think, news update, my Spotify. My podcast came out on Spotify last week on Halloween because I thought, Scorpio season, it's only right to do that, I feel like. It just felt very on brand for me. But I've been recording my podcast with just audio and they've been up on Spotify. So go find me on Spotify if you like listening to me on here. But I was thinking the way that I could do these could be like my mini episodes that I put out, and these are gonna be always video, and I'll maybe figure out how to put these up on Spotify. I don't know, but I think these are a fun little special thing that we can do on YouTube together. It is just so fun for me to come out here and touch some grass and do my episodes. There's planes. I'm out in my favorite spot. I'm a little bit further over from where I usually sit just because there's someone sitting over there and I don't want to be that crazy lady with the camera. Because I quite literally am sitting here with my bag and I'm holding a camera obviously, so I kind of look like a crazy person. But not that I care, but I just don't need people asking me questions while I'm trying to film this, you know what I mean? But I was thinking about it on my way here because I have not filmed for 2 weeks. Actually, yeah, I haven't filmed for 2 weeks because I filmed 2 episodes in one day that they went out the week before my birthday and then my birthday. So maybe it's been 3 weeks. It's been a while since I recorded on here. But I was just thinking about it and I was I haven't really, I went to my spot a week ago, week and a half ago, and I came and I read, but I didn't film anything because it is also so important for me to also take the time for myself, and this is not just a spot that I come and film this shit, you know what I mean? Dude, I don't like these geese. But it was important for me to get out and read a book, touch the grass, you know what I mean? But I do just want to I want this episode to be about getting outside and touching the grass because it is so important. And any time in my life that I've been not feeling great, especially in the wintertime, because everyone I think gets seasonal depression, but I especially feel it. I just need to be outside and in front of a lake. Look at this little spot right here. We're just chilling by the water. It's just so nice to sit out here and just take this time for yourself. Do you know what I mean? But getting outside into nature, I feel is something that a lot of us don't do enough of, because it really does make a huge difference. Forcing yourself to get out of your bed or get off of your sofa and go and touch the grass. Going to your nearest park. That's something that I've always done. This is so funny. I remember back in March, I worked for a gym doing sales. It just was not something that I should have been doing. I took the job truly out of desperation, and I was let me try and make this work. I have this master's in business. I can do sales. This was a totally different type of sales. It was just not really fun. It was not for me. It felt very deceitful or deceptive, maybe is a better word. It just felt I was tricking people, and I just that's not aligned with what I want to do. I want to help people. I don't want to trick people into buying something that they don't need or that they don't really want to spend money on. Do you know what I mean? But I remember I would really be struggling so badly because I'd work a split shift, so I'd go in the morning and then I'd have 4 hours off, and I'd go and work in a couple hours in the evening. And on my break there was this park. I'm huge about finding parks. I've been coming to this park for 7 years. I love this fucking park. But I found this park because it was on my way home, and I was just I need to go touch the grass. I always keep a towel or a blanket in my truck because of that reason. You never know when you're gonna find a nice park, and I want to go outside and just want to sit down on the grass. But I don't want my ass to get wet. You know what I mean? Or I don't creepy crawlies come in and hanging out with me. I want to just sit on my towel or my blanket and just relax. Usually if I'm in the grass, I'll take my shoes off and my socks, and I'll literally ground myself into the earth, because you need to with your shoes on, it's rubber or plastic or whatever the fuck your shoes are made of, and it's you can't really get the full benefit of putting your feet in the grass. And I'm not doing that right now because this is gravel, and this is even when I when I took the pictures for my podcast cover art. I was like over 20 feet that way, and I was in the gravel, like kneeling down on it, and there's like a bunch of like feathers on the ground from the seagulls and geese and whatever the fuck are here. And I really like to find feathers. I think that it's like a sign from the universe, like, but I have this friend and I was like telling him about like how I like to find feathers, and he's like, my parents told me growing up that if you pick feathers up, you're gonna get a bacterial infection, and like I just can't stop thinking about it. So the entire time that I'm like I don't have any, I have like a dress on, but like I don't have anything on my legs, and I'm like kneeling in the gravel with all these fucking feathers, and I'm like, I'm gonna get a fucking bacterial infection because like, fuck, of course that happened to me. I didn't. I did not get a bacterial infection, but it was just like in the back of my head, you know what I mean? Like, but anyway, back to the point. I remember that I would get off my shift, and like, again, this park was on my way home, and I would literally stop at this park and sit down in the grass and just like think. I would stare up. I would literally lay down and I would stare up at the sky, and I would just be like, I'd be like, God, can you please, please, please send something good my way? I really need it. And that was like, I feel like I've really gone, like this past, when I was 25, like that whole year, I feel like it was a really rough year for me personally, because like I was out on my own. It's like hard to be on your own for the first time. And like you really, really, really like go through a lot of like introspective moments, because it is just you a lot of the time. And I feel like our entire lives, like, you're by yourself a lot. Like, you really have to enjoy spending time with yourself, and I love to spend time with myself. Like, why the fuck do you think I come out here and I record these videos of myself? I don't know. I'm like also sitting here. There's a lot of like there's not any four-leaf clovers that I know of, but there's a lot of like clover over here, and I'm like the queen of finding four-leaf clovers. I don't know. It's just so nice out here. It's like kind of hazy. Like, let's look at my, like, it's just so nice out here. But I do truly recommend, like, anyone, if you're like having a bad day and like you're like, what can I do to feel better? Go outside. Seriously, go outside. Because like this whole day I like didn't really feel good, and like I woke up and I had to like edit the podcast or whatever, and like upload the one for this week, and I was like, it's a nice day out today, and I want to go outside and like enjoy the time, like enjoy outside, because like the weather's nice, and I know that like in a couple weeks I won't be able to come outside and do this. But I like almost couldn't enjoy myself, and that's something that I need to like really work on, is like letting myself relax, because I was like in my bed and I like tried to take a nap, and I just couldn't take a nap because I couldn't relax for some weird reason. And that's something that I'm like working on. But I was like, I just like have this strong feeling that I need to go outside and touch the grass. Like, here I am, I'm touching the grass. Here's my towel. I'm touching the grass. You just need to do that sometimes. Like, I don't know. There's just something about being in nature, and I feel like that's why I could never live in a city, because I don't know. I just like, I don't know how people do it. Like, I'd have to live in, I don't know. I'd have to live near a park or something. I mean, there's Central Park in New York City. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I feel like there's just too much concrete. It's just too much for me. I really do give people that live in the city a lot of credit. I don't know how you guys do it. I mean, maybe you obviously enjoy it for the most part, or you're like there for work, so it's like whatever. But I don't know. I like need to be in the countryside. Look at these grasses. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is just so like calm and peaceful, and like, let's see if this will want to do this. Like, look how pretty that is. You can't even really tell. Like, I don't know. It's just so nice. I like think it's really important. That's why I feel like I really want to move somewhere that it's like nice the whole year. Dude, every time I'm here, people are like just yelling, and it's kind of weird. It's kind of spooky. But yeah, I just will always need to live somewhere that I can like have access to the outdoors, especially like this lake. Like, I feel like it is just so important. Like, that's part of like, I feel like Women Are from Venus, like, she's all about like the water and being near the water, and like I'm a water sign, I'm a Scorpio, and like my rising, I have a lot of like water in my chart, and it is just so important for me to be able to like look at this water and be like, just does something to the soul. And I feel like a lot of people would be more happy if they like went outside and spent more time outside, because I also have a friend, she like works like in corporate America, and she's like in an office all day, and then she goes outside on her lunch break and she's like, this is the best thing ever. But my camera's about to die, so thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna be better about recording these short episodes, just so we can like see each other. But please go listen to my podcast on Spotify, Women Are From Venus. I'll put the link in the thing or whatever. But thank you so much for watching. I know this is really a short video, but what are you gonna do? My camera's about to die. Bye.